pretend my hands are on my thighs, not like this. Okay. Okay. Open your fingers apart. Okay, so you're like this. Yeah. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do one finger at a time, going up and down. Okay. So my pinky finger starts this one, and I go 1, and then this finger goes up and down 2. This finger 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now we reverse. We start from this side. On that count, that finger goes up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's try. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How'd it go? Okay, here we go. A little bit faster. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One at a time. Yeah. Okay, now imagine each finger has like a number, right? Like this is 1, this is 3. Here we go, all the way around. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 10. 5 and 6. 4 and 7. 2 and 8. 1 and 2. 1 and 9. Oh. 3 and 9. 3. 4 and 7. 4 and 6. 4 and 8. 4 and 9. 5 and 9. All the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I hope you are watching me because I still can't do this exercise. Yes, go ahead, sir.
I have a question. Do you, in the end of the process, do you like build a category between the kids coming from different parts of the city or different countries, knowing like the example that you thought about the guys, the kids who went to war, like you can say the kids who went to war have these qualities. The kid.
That's a good question. I get it. Well, I can make a few generalizations, but again, like the kids, even though we have a target population, the kids are still very diverse within that group, right? The most coordinated, like in terms of the skill coordination, that's highest in Rwanda. In terms of physical strength, Guinea by far. Like those, I mean, they're acrobatics already, right? So like they're way high. Bosnia and Herzegovina, those kids are like the best at creativity and self-expression, but their physical stamina, their ability to retain and recall information is very, very low. But again, like, I wouldn't want you to say like, oh, everybody in Guinea can jump really high. Like it really depends. But for the kids we work with, definitely those are the strengths. Yeah. Yes, go ahead, sir. Impromptu Q&A out there.
Okay. Hi.
Yes.
Ooh. I was wondering how you measure like a child's progress in like cognitive thinking or whatever, because I mean from the exercise that we did earlier where we were doing those exercises, for some of us who probably have like more advanced cognitive thinking skills than the kids who are street kids were struggling with these things. So I was wondering how you'd measure like a child coming in, being ready from doing one of those exercises, even though...
So on two different levels. We have like a quantitative approach, those 11 skills. We have a chart, and my dance teachers hate it, but they're required to fill out that chart on the kids once a week. So over time, you can track if a child has now been able to concentrate more during the class. So for example, like when these, again, the question about aggression, when the kids come in, often when a kid comes and starts the class, like he'll dance for like 15 minutes and then leaves the room. So after 2 or 3 months, has that kid now stayed for half the class? And after 5 or 6 months, does the kid now dance for the whole class? That's the kind of tracking that we're doing on this chart, based on those 11 skills. And then secondly, a lot of it, especially when we decide if the child will be sent to school, is based on whether or not the kid really has kind of the maturity that comes with taking class regularly, coming on time. A big deal for Rwanda is the kids wear like flip-flops, and they have to put the flip-flops outside the classroom. this does not sound to you like it would take like 4 months to instill this type of behavior in a kid. But every single time those flip-flops come in the dance studio, we're like flip-flops outside the dance studio. So after 4 months, if those kids have now adjusted to this is a classroom environment, this is how we act here, then that's a big factor in sending them to school. Yeah, and that's kind of outside of these 11 skills. It's like, how do they behave in a living environment? Yes, go ahead.
My name is Jelena, I'm from Croatia, and I'm on PhD of social work, and I was in Bosnia. So, my question is, you're just saying you're sending them to school. How are their results in the school? And I see the second question is you're driven by the situation. So these kids are like maybe in elementary school or beginning of high school. So how do you think to help them later? Do you think to help them in the college? Because then they can maybe take the government in their country and make a change for real.
Great questions. So to answer the second one first, so most of the kids we work with, yes, are like primary school level. So one of the reasons why we put so few into school is because we have to have a multi-year commitment to that child, right? What would happen if you saw Patrick goes to school now, right? What would happen if the next year I went back to Rwanda and said, oh, sorry, there's no money to send you to school this year. You have to go back on the street. I mean, we would never do that. So we can't even put the child in school unless we know that we have a really strong funding commitment. And our belief is that if the child is supported all the way through high school, that then either he should be able to get himself into university or college, or he should have enough of a skill base that he can at least get a job. So again, like we're going very slow, but we believe that if we can get them through high school, that that's really like the pinnacle of it. And the first question? The results. Okay, so even though we say we send them to school, this is a great point. Yeah, we track them heavily at school. We have our staff go and visit them at the boarding school, and we get their reports. We have to send those reports to the donors. The kids, normal. I think that I can say that there's a pattern that the first semester is normally very difficult for the child, and then after about the first year, we see them almost rise to the top of their class. I know you're like, what? I don't believe you. You should go on our website and read this blog entry that our country director just wrote, because I also didn't believe him. And these two kids that we had almost failing last year are now first and third in their class. And I think it's because these kids have all of those like really strong survival instincts and this really strong like tenacity that normal kids, I'm not sure that normal kids have that to that same extent. So if we can fill in their gaps, those kids are like programmed to be like, go, 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 work hard, right? And the threat that if you don't pass, you lose your scholarship, you lose your chance, is huge to those kids. Maybe that sounds like really strict, but they have to have that expectation put on them for them to really be the candidates that succeed. Okay, so this time. We're going to do maybe like 10 more minutes of questions, and then I have one last exercise for you, okay?
Hi, I'm Tela Kacha from Swaziland, and I just want to comment you. It looks like a very wonderful program. And my question pertains to sustainability, again, but from a different angle. Because you talked about those that don't get to go to school, and they have to go back on the streets or get another alternative. So I'm wondering, are you working with local organizations like NGOs, or are you trying to work with local government to get connections? For instance, if you have institutions that provide vocational training, you could attach those students with those institutions, or you could get, even if, well, you're not working with the agreement, for instance, even if you have local groups that do farming or sowing whatever, then you could sort of start the track and focus on that particular thing. So my question has to do with, besides monetary resources, are you looking at how you can use resources in the local environment and attach those students, and then one other issue, it might be a